Welcome back. So it seems like we have a nice little theme going of 3 package mail days, which is exactly what is in front of you. Um, so, as many of you know, I just sent a bunch of stuff, bunch of the cut autos, bunch of the postcards, um, and really stuff I've been meaning to send out. I do have a lot of Hank Greenberg autos sent out to get slabbed and authenticated by PSA. Some of it's a double authentication because, like this one, it'll have JSA sticker or Beckett letter, etc., etc. But already starting the pile for the next submission because this one was really cheap. It's a nice pen signature, which is what I prefer on the backs of these. It's nice and clear and detailed signature from Hank is on the back of one of his Hall of Fame postcards. JSA certified. And these you can still find anywhere from 50 to 90, I think is a range. For all the authenticated ones are going to be in the higher end. Unauthenticated are going to be a lower end. Sometimes you can find stuff under that. Sometimes it's going to be, a lot of times it's going to be above that. But that's a pretty good range of where to shoot for these. And this was right in that lower part of the range, nice, surprisingly, with the authentication. So $55, I believe it was, adding another Hank auto to the collection. And eventually, this will be sent off to PSA for slabbing. And the reason I slab is not only for authentication, is for preservation first and foremost. So next up, I know you're shocked. It's a 36 Gaudi. This one won an auction, and these particular cards, I really they're still undervalued, especially when you compare it to some of the other Hank Greenberg issues or cards from his playing days. These are lagging pretty far behind when it comes to price. And these kind of ebb and flow in availability. And the other interesting thing is that you have a variety of different backs. I have 7 backs. This is a nice upgrade for me. The Strike Wild Pitch variation. So this is my 3rd one. I have one that's a complete beater, which I got for dirt cheap. One that is better. I think it's not as good as this one. Not saying it's a fantastic condition, but an upgrade is an upgrade, and I'm not looking to get pristine examples. I just want solid grades, preferably with decent centering, but sometimes you have to give a little on one of those ends. But for under $200, getting Playing Days Greenberg and what's probably going to be a 2 or 3, if I'm lucky, I'll take it pretty much all day long. So now we're going to take a brief intermission, and we will revisit this particular image. So I recently got this from Reindeer Studios. So Scott had sketched this, or doodled, as he would say, thanks to Danny Metz Rule. So this is one of my additions to the parts of the collection that I would basically consider like a YouTube one of one. It's a one of one Koufax and Greenberg, so pretty sweet. And the reason I wanted to show this is because of the next cards I'm going to show, and that is these. So I got 2 different cards from JT Triple Crown 24, and what he has been doing, which I know you've likely seen on other channels, is that he's been taking the incredibly overprinted Kishore Griffey from Project 2020, and he'll basically make pretty much any player you want, or one of yourself. So, as it turns out, with the projects he's working on, obviously he's a Miguel Cabrera super collector. as well as the Tigers autographs that he's trying to find. So I had a Miggy, which I got in a Papa J break. I had a couple Tigers autos that were not Greenberg. And originally I was going to reach out and see if he wanted to buy them. But I had for quite some time, and I know he's buying other stuff, so he's got to keep to a budget, which is all good with me. So I thought of an idea of why don't we just trade? And we kind of had the approximate, we knew the approximate value on what I was trading. I knew kind of what I wanted. And my whole thing is I wanted one of the, basically a Project 2020 Hank Greenberg. So the trade was obviously the Cabrera, a few other Tigers autos that he was interested in. And I actually got 4 total cards made. I had 3 of these made. Obviously, one to me, one to Brian B. Raw 6, one to Michael, Jericho 941 IMI, and then this kind of one of one with Hank in his Army uniform. So there's one of those, 3 of these that were made. Obviously signed on the back, and just really thrilled to have these in the collection. Not just because it's another Greenberg I didn't have, but it's a unique piece, and it's from someone in this community, which is just absolutely fantastic. There's a lot of very, very talented individuals in this community. And it's just a wonderful thing that we're able to do this. So I can trade cards that are just not part of what I'm collecting. He gets some nice things for his collection. I get some cool things for my collection. I'm able to give something to other people in the community at the same time. It's kind of the best scenario with regard to trading and just interacting with people. So I would say if you have a particular player that UPC, it really is a pretty affordable way, especially obscure players, to have JT make a really interesting little card for your PC of that player that wasn't part of this what is now the smaller Project 2020, or likely not going to be part of Project 70. Because there are plenty of players out there. I know, I'm tempted. Obviously, there's a lot of Koufax, so I don't need to do that. But I'm tempted to have, an Al Rosen done. I'm tempted to do a Morris Arnovich or a Harry Danning, or just some of these other guys that I particularly collect, and have these done just because I think it would be interesting. It's a way of supporting another YouTuber, and it's just a good old-fashioned have fun type of time. So that is the 3 package. Once again, mail day. We got some vintage, we got an auto, and we got some really, really cool stuff made by a fellow YouTuber. So that's what I got for you this time around. Until next time, please remember to collect what you enjoy what you collect, and don't let anybody, especially the market or YouTuber, dictate that to you. And most importantly, have fun. Have fun by being active in this community. So find your way of participating, whether it's making videos, watching and commenting, going to live streams, group chats, going to your LCS or local card show, or simply talking about the hobby with family and friends. The more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. The more you'll learn, the more your PC will grow, the more people you'll meet, and the more fantastic friendships you'll form. So I thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again. Have a good one, and bye for now.